If you guys look and see our blank walls, I'm really needing him to cave and hang stuff for me.
Welcome to the Stiles Short-Term Rental Adventures vlog, where Cassie and myself share our real-life experiences hosting visitors to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now sit back and enjoy the show. Welcome back, everybody. I'm John.
I'm Cassie.
And this is the Stiles Short-Term Rental Adventures. And so thanks for tuning back into our next episode here. We are sitting in our master bedroom. I don't know if you can... the angle's not very good, so you'll have to refer back to our tour that we're going to release before the episode that we shoot after this one. But anyways, so we wanted to just bring you a quick update that we had our first guest.
Yay!
So it was a lot of excitement. You know, a lot of work went into getting this whole apartment ready and then getting it furnished, and then there's I don't know about you, but I think I had maybe some second thoughts. Like, is this what we really want to do?
Yeah, I was nervous. Of course, I'm always worried that somebody will leave a negative review. I don't like people talking bad about us. But people are, we tried our best, and so how did it go? Yeah, well, before that, I want to give a quick shout out to my sister April and her husband Marcus, who were actually our first guests before we made it live on Airbnb. So they kind of tested it out, made sure everything was up to par, and they gave us some feedback. For example, we needed to get a hair dryer. And was that before we had the table?
No, we had a table there.
We did? Oh. Okay.
So shout out to April and Marcus. Thanks so much for trying out the space and
confirm that some things are good.
Yep.
That we were worried about.
We had a lot of good feedback. So yes, what did we think about our first guests? When we first got the booking, we were really excited. It's really happening. When
real people are gonna come and stay in this apartment we've been working on for so long. You have obviously more than me.
So let's think back. So we published it on which day? Probably
Tuesday or 5th?
Tuesday. I think we published it on a Tuesday, and then we had a booking for the Friday.
That Friday, yeah.
So we had to, hurry up and get the last few details ready. So
I had a lot of fun shopping for that last minute stocking of the cupboards, making sure the bathrooms are perfect. I wished I could have bought stuff from my kitchen. But
you did.
I did a few. However, I did after they were here. I'm like, oh no, I forgot this. They didn't have any mugs for their Keurig coffee, and I felt really bad about that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So what did they use?
I think they used our glasses. Or they brought their own mugs. I don't know.
Travel mugs.
But they never... You asked them, do you need anything? And they never said... They said they were good.
Yeah.
We could... Anyway. Mugs and dishwasher soap. So if you're watching, people, sorry. We're working on this.
So after the initial excitement about getting it booked, I think one of the first questions that came to my mind was, what do we do when they get here? Do we meet them? Do we check their ID? Do we check all of their IDs? So I don't know.
Because she said it was just one person who reserved it, but with 6 guests.
Right, 6 total people. So
our review, we have no idea who the others were, and
yeah.
But we just had to kind of trust her that.
Well, the nice thing about Airbnb, at least they do some level of verification. They do have to submit their ID to Airbnb, at least the person who books it. So if there is an issue, it's trackable and traceable to at least the person who booked it. And then I'm part of at least one or more Facebook groups that have Airbnb hosts, and so I'm putting a lot of questions in there and actually getting a lot of responses. I don't know, like,
Well, and it's not like, I've noticed that it doesn't lean all towards one way. People
Yeah.
are answering almost all the ways. You
Yeah.
know, like it really depends on our personal preferences, really. That's what I've noticed it comes down to.
yeah, so some people said they definitely meet their guests, and because they like to put a face to the home and allow people to, see who their hosts are and kind of make a personal connection there.
Some people have never met any of their short-term renters.
Yeah, so that's the opposite, and you just give them a code to get in, or in our case, we have a lock where I can just message, so they would actually download an app, and then I send them an electronic key that is timed just for their stay, and so it expires once their stay is over, and so we don't have to meet people. We can just send them their e-key, and then they let themselves in.
Yep.
So that's what we did, at least for this first one.
And they didn't have a problem getting in.
Yeah, and they kind of arrived a little bit later than they originally expected. I think they were going to come at 6, but they came at like 8 or 9, which was fine. And because they just let themselves in with the key that we sent them. So, yeah, and then so during they stayed for 2 nights. There was, well, we live in the same building, so there was some noise, like in the evening hours, when they arrived, about 9 to 10 o'clock. But other than that, they were pretty quiet. I think that they were doing some sort of bicycle trip. They had a van with several bicycles, and then I saw them once all locking up their bikes. So they weren't really here during the day much. And then, what was your impression once you came into the space when they had checked out?
It really looked almost perfect. The beds were unmade, of course. Just things I expected, towels and unmade beds, but they took the trash with them. They did all the dishes and put them away. There was nothing. The blankets, the extra blankets we have were folded and left on the couch, and it was perfect. They did a great job.
So yeah, and then after that, we reviewed them. I said that, we didn't have any problems. They arrived and left when they were supposed to, and be happy to have them back. So, and I haven't seen their review of us, but hopefully it's positive. I did message them and say, we hope that you had a great time and you'd help us out by giving us a positive review. If there is any concerns or anything we can improve for future guests, please let us know directly. And that's a lot of times what I say even to my real estate customers. Please
We're open to
suggestions, but please let us know directly instead of letting the world know.
You did not give us mugs. Sorry. We'll work on that. I forgot.
Yeah, so yeah, that is our story for our first guest, and we've actually got, 4 more bookings or so.
I think
5 or 6 more bookings
coming tonight.
So it's rolling right along, and we'll be sure to update you on additional details. We've got to record our tour of the place, but that's hopefully going to get released before this episode, so it's a little converted, but yeah, so you get to see the whole space. There's a few odds and ends I still want to finish up in here, just some touch-up paint and stuff.
If you guys look and see our blank walls, I'm really needing him to cave and hang stuff for me.
Yeah, well, now that it's functional, we're gonna try to decorate it a little bit.
If you have decorating ideas, what are some good ideas, what are some bad ideas? So, yeah. I have a couple of pictures that I've collected that I want to hang, and a wall clock.
Yeah, so the decorations are in the works. So anyways, well, we better wrap this up. We do appreciate you watching or listening. You can find this, hopefully by the time this is out, it's going to be on iTunes, it's going to be on SoundCloud and Stitcher and all that stuff, or you can watch it on YouTube. Just look for the links below, and we'd love to continue the conversation with you, get your input about maybe your first guest or your experience with a first guest. So yeah, any last comments?
I am just excited to see how this is rolling along.
Very good. Okay. All right, catch you next time. Thanks so much for watching. You've been watching the Stiles Short-Term Rental Adventures vlog, where Cassie and myself share our real-life experiences hosting visitors to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Be sure to subscribe so you can continue to follow along with each episode of our adventures. Thanks for watching. This podcast is brought to you by the VIP Real Estate Group at Bridge Realty. Hi, I'm John Stiles, team leader and real estate agent. Here at the VIP Real Estate Group, our goal is to provide 5-star customer service for each of our clients. We treat each client as if they are our best client. If you are considering buying a home in today's market, you need a realtor who knows how to set you up for success. At the VIP Real Estate Group, we strive to understand your unique situation so that we can help your offer stand out from the crowd. Find out more by going to our website, www.mnviprealestate.com/BUY, or call 612-584-1345. We look forward to serving you.